Hello everyone, welcome to CryptoNite Club. And today we have AMA with Aquanee, and we are here with CMO Joe. Welcome everyone. Hello Joe, welcome.
Hi, everyone. So happy to be here.
Awesome, great. So guys, what is the Aquanee? Aquanee is a real-time simulation game inspired by sea creatures. Players can breed their own pets and build an Aquanee kingdom. So, want to know more? Please stay tuned. In this AMA, we are going to know in detail. So, let's start the event. I'd like to start CMO to give please introduction and more about your team, everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hi, my name is Zoe. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Aquanee, and I'm currently based in the United States. I'm very excited to introduce the rest of the Aquanee team to all of you, many of whom are internationally based as well. So we have team members from various countries, including Japan, Taiwan, Singapore, mainland China, and the United States. Our team has a very strong experience in the GameFi space, as they have more than 10 years of experience in game development and more than 5 years of experience with blockchain technology. In addition, our team has participated in well-known projects such as Black Desert and Journey. And so given this experience, the team decided to start their first blockchain game, which is Aquanee.
Great. So, what is Aquanee and its mission?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Aquanee's mission is focused on the user experience primarily, so ensuring that they have an enjoyable and rewarding time inside of our game. And in order to optimize the user experience, Aquanee offers various opportunities that are including but not limited to adventure and exploration of our ocean-based realm. We hope that Aquanee will create a whole new world for our users where players, content creators, and merchants are offered both tokenized liquidity and a strong community. We are placing a significant amount of effort on developing the Aquanee community, as community members will continuously develop and govern Aquanee as it evolves in the future. It is important to note that Aquanee's value as a large cross-chain platform allows it to integrate NFT assets from other public chains, creating asset flow and value exchange in the game world. In addition, Aquanee will launch its own public chain technology system later this year, so stay tuned for that.
Great. I have a question. There are hundreds of NFT gaming projects in current market in crypto world. So I would like to know how Aquanee is different and unique from others.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think one of the main things is just the art that's within our game. So the aquas appearance themselves, the art is very unique in all of our NFTs, and the players who have joined have noted that it's quite beautiful. And existing players in our game have also noted that it's quite easy to start playing the game. So there's not a large barrier to entry, but where the challenge arises is with respect to gaining and protecting of territory, both of which our current players note is very challenging. And then this protecting territory and playing the game requires a lot of strategy and skill, which kind of keeps our players consistently engaged. And then finally, another important point of Aquanee is that it's completely on the blockchain. It offers game mining and DeFi mortgage leasing within the game, which is kind of very important.
Yes, good to hear that. So can you please tell us about your project token and what are the benefits of holding it?
Yeah, absolutely. So let me start with a brief overview of the game of Aquanee to help our discussion of the tokens. Yeah. So as you already know, key aspects of Aquanee include the ability to cultivate and breed aquas that can be used to battle for territory and gain tokenary rewards. Players have the ability to explore the world alone or in teams, and battles can occur by bidding in tournaments from season to season, or you can join a guild and explore the realm, encountering battles throughout exploration. So we have two types of tokens that help with this gaming experience: AQDC and NE. AQDC tokens can be used in the gaming platform for trading, leasing, lending, investing, or voting in the DAO. And AQDC will be presented as a multi-chain currency where we will balance the total circulating supply of AQDC through minting and burning. The other token in our game is Knee. Knee is most akin to Smooth Love Potion in Axie Infinity and is used for mining and gaming rewards. And additionally, it is required to breed Aqua NFTs as discussed earlier. So that's kind of the overview of our tokens.
Great. So what about the Aquanee IDO, when it is going to happen, and how do investors participate in it?
Yeah, so that's a very good question. So our Aquanee, the IDO for Aquanee is going to occur on April 13th, so very soon in the next 2 days, and it's going to be on TokenSoft. And so only KYC verified users can participate in this IDO. And if your status is document under review, you still have a chance to join if it is approved in time. And so there's no guarantee for allocation for each participant, as our places will be highly competitive and randomized queuing will be implemented. So yeah, and so that's kind of the main point. And then any additional information about the IDO can be found on our Twitter, and I will have them link it in the Telegram as well.
Awesome. So how long does it take to develop a project, and what plans do you have for the future of Aquanee, and what can we expect Aquanee in the future?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So Aquanee's been developed for kind of a long time, and our team has been working very hard on it. I think we have a very exciting future planned out. So most importantly, obviously, is our IDO, which will happen on April 13th on TokenSoft. And then let me highlight some other important things that are happening in the future in 2022. So again, this month, we're going to open our user invitation function and open our scholarship program, which will be super exciting. And then in May of 2022, we're going to launch our IEO and land on a centralized exchange as well, opening public chain assets and user ecology. And then in June, so later this summer, we're going to open a custom NFT function within the Aquanee game, and it's going to be called Aquanee Global Battle Grand Prix. So it'll be very exciting and new development in the future. And then we just are going to continue to have exciting events in 2022. In August, Aquanee's Atlantis Tribal Home Building game will be opened. In October, Aquanee's the public chain will be launched for the ecosystem. And then finally, at the end of 2022, Aquanee's Metaverse Museum will be completed. So very exciting things are kind of in play. And within the next 2 years, we will develop Aquanee's ecological public chain within Web3 and sell more NFT assets in the game to our physical players. We will also launch our own model manual, decentralized property exchange, and launch our own open platform. So Aquanee will become an open metaverse that integrates game creation and social networking.
Awesome futures and great plans ahead, really. Yeah.
Yes.
So thanks for the great introduction. So now let's move on to the next part, which is Twitter section. We have selected a few questions, and first question from Min Chung. He's asked, in my point of view, Aquanee is a great gaming project, but why did team members choose to use nicknames and not photos? So many scammers. How do you convince us the game is legit? Could you tell more about auditing and platform security?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have very strong auditing and platform security in place. We just completed our security audit and we passed with flying colors. So everything went really well there. And all of this was kind of required before our IDO on TokenSoft. So we've put kind of all the necessary member motions in place to ensure that our platform is audited and secure. So definitely an important question, and we've taken many measures to combat that.
So second question from Opu Ghosh. They ask, do the AQDC holders have the right to participate in the governance of the project? On what kind of decisions can they vote on about the project? And do you have any plan to create other features, maybe yield farm, stake, or NFT project? Can you explain in more in detail?
Yeah, so I think that there's definitely multiple questions in that one question. So let me try and get at them. So absolutely, one of the most important aspects of holding AQDC is the right to participate in the governance of Aquanee. So they will be able to vote in the DAO and just really kind of determine what Aquanee is like in the future. So definitely an important question there. And in terms of creating other features, we definitely do have plans to create other features. I think I mentioned a few in my roadmap when I was introducing the project. I think we're also looking to develop VR and AR technology kind of later this year or into next year for the game, which will just make it all that more exciting.
Great, very interesting details and crystal clear. So I read, third question is from Jenny Kim. He says, I read the NFT will play an important role in Aquanee economy and gameplay. So can you provide more details about the features that NFT will have in the Aquanee ecosystem? Will all your game assets be NFT? And where can players get NFT to the start game?
Yeah, so that's definitely a very important question. So NFTs are central to our gameplay. The aquas that are used to kind of explore the realm and battle are NFTs. And so each aqua is very unique. It's very exciting. They're all AI driven, so no two aquas look the same. All the characteristics are AI driven. And then certain attributes of the aquas can get more rare over time. And this can occur through breeding of the aquas. And so kind of the more breeding of the aquas, the more you will have kind of rarer characteristics on your aqua. And then it'll be worth more in the game. And so to get started to play the NFT, so so to start playing for Aquanee, you must have kind of 2 to 5 aquas, which can be purchased in various places, but kind of stay tuned for the next drop of our NFT sales.
Great to hear that. So fourth question is from Masi. They ask, there will be a multitude of aquas as understood in the Aquanee world. So will all these aquas be sold as NFTs, or will only a certain part of the offered for sale as NFT?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So yes and no. So right now there is aquas that are all sold as NFTs, and these are our Genesis aquas. 10,000 will be sold. We've currently sold most of that, and it was very exciting when we were selling them on Binance NFT. We were the #1 listed project on Binance. That was very exciting. But kind of now that all the Genesis aquas will be sold or have been sold, the next point is that so once all the Genesis aquas are sold, then you have kind of the breeding of aquas, which is then you can create more aquas, but this is through breeding. So not all aquas will be sold as are sold. Aquas will be able to be produced in the game through breeding, which then creates kind of rarer and more special aquas. But definitely an important point that our first generation aquas were all sold as NFTs on various platforms.
Awesome. And we have fifth question from Twitter. Anupama asks, Marketing is a central element for every project so that everyone knows the potential that a project can bring a vital to achieve the goal set. What is your strategy to attract new users and investors to your platform and keep them long term?
Yeah, so that's definitely a great point. So we're definitely employing a lot of marketing abilities. So we're partnered with a tier one marketing firm based in Singapore, which has done a lot of great work. I think we're kind of hoping to continue doing these AMAs to introduce these communities to our projects. And that'll kind of keep new users interested in our project and keep them in the long term. So yeah, that's kind of one of the many ways in which we've been employing our marketing techniques.
Thank you very much for sharing all those details and very clear. So now let's move on to the next part, which is Telegram Live, and where users will be posting their questions. So you will be picking 5 best questions from Telegram chat and YouTube live chat. So shall we move on? Yeah,
let's begin. So are we going to start with the Telegram?
That's great. That's many questions on Telegram and YouTube. So, Joe, the floor is yours. You can choose 5 best questions from Telegram and YouTube live chat.
Great. Yeah, thank you so much for that introduction. So let's start with the Telegram questions. So the first one is, can you share your social media links so that we can keep ourselves updated? So absolutely, social media is very central to all of our GameFi projects. So the first one is just our website is www.aquanee.com. So very simple, it's just our project name and .com. And then all of our social media links are actually just the name of our account. So it's just Aquanee. At Aquanee. So yeah, that's definitely a great question. Should be pretty easy to find us if you kind of can just spell our name right, which you should be able to given all the banners that are available. So second question is, partners are the most important aspects that strengthen the ecosystem of all projects. Could you tell us about your project partners and the partnership strategy you've adopted? Yeah, so definitely. So in terms of partnerships, we have kind of two different types. We have kind of ecosystem partners and then investors. So we're partnered with various different venture capital firms, both in the United States and then throughout the rest of the world. And these investors have obviously kind of invested in our project at the early stages, but they've also provided kind of significant support as we look to our IDO, helping us kind of with marketing, et cetera. And then we also have ecosystem partners such as Binance and Wobi. And these partners have also been central to kind of Aquanee's development and will continue to be in the future. So the third question from Telegram, do the token holders have the right to participate in the governance of the project? So absolutely. So token holders, particularly AQDC. So we have two tokens, AQDC and NE. NE is most akin to Smooth Love Potion, and it is not used in the governance in Axie Infinity, and it's not used in the governance of the decentralized organization within Aquanee. However, our other token, AQDC, most definitely is. And owning AQDC will allow you to kind of participate in the governance of Aquanee and then kind of see it evolve in the future. The fourth Telegram question is, according to the project's roadmap, what are your most important next priorities? So definitely that's a super important question. So I think the kind of first answer and one that kind of obviously comes top of mind is April 13th. So in just 2 days, we will have our IDO that'll occur on TokenSoft. So I think that this is absolutely kind of the #1 priority for our team right now. And we're working to do everything to make that super successful. So yeah, so please stay tuned for all of that information, and you'll be able to find kind of information on how you can participate on our Twitter or Telegram. So just look at Aquanee.
Please choose the fifth question.
And then, yeah, so the fifth question is, what is your strongest advantage that you think will make your team leading them in the market? So definitely a great question. I think we have many advantages. I think one is just the unique aspects of Aquanee, specifically with respect to our NFT assets. They're kind of really beautiful art pieces and very unique that you kind of can't find other places. And then also just our team's experience. So our team has very strong experience both in cryptocurrency space as well as blockchain. And it's really kind of allowed them to optimize the user experience.
Yo, I think we have finished Telegram section. Can you please choose 5 questions from YouTube live chat?
Absolutely. So let me jump into the YouTube live. So the first YouTube question, how many types of NFTs are there in Aquanee? And how many of these do we need to buy to get started in the game and make a profit? And then in terms of profitability and game utility, how beneficial are the NFTs in Aquanee? So that was all one question. So yeah, definitely important. So there's kind of four key types of NFTs in Aquanee. The first and obviously the most important one are our Aqua NFTs. And so our Aquas are kind of central to gameplay. You must have at least two Aquas to start playing in Aquanee. And they're absolutely essential to kind of start making a profit within Aquanee, as kind of your Aquas allow you use your Aquas to kind of battle and explore territory, which then these battles can lead to tokenary rewards, which then kind of turn into monetary rewards. We also have three other types of NFTs. So there's an evil boss figure who kind of participates in the game to make it a little bit more complicated for individuals or to kind of start battles. We also have decoration NFTs, so kind of things to make. So they're little aspects of so such as potions or anything along that matter. And we had our mystery box of those sales very recently, so that was very exciting. And then finally is property within the Aquanee realm. So that is also an NFT.
Great. So what is the price on Binance NFT platform?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So it's changed over time. So, but right now, it's currently 220 US dollars. And that's kind of the price during our IDO time.
Can you please choose the third question from YouTube?
Yeah. So the third question is, the main problems with blockchain-based games are poor graphics quality and terrible gameplay. So how can you solve this problem on your platform? So yeah, I mean, definitely a little harsh for the other blockchain-based games, but I think you'll find, and I've played Aquanee myself and love it. The graphics are probably one of the best parts of Aquanee. So I think we kind of combated that problem very effectively. Our NFT assets and their art and their kind of graphics are kind of exceptional, very unique and very beautiful. So we've definitely kind of combated that. And I can definitely attest that the graphics quality is definitely not an issue. And same with the gameplay.
Great.
So let's see. The fourth question is security of projects plays a vital role. So what are your safety measures adopted from hacking and bugs? Have you performed an audit? Yeah, so absolutely. We just performed a security audit prior to our IDO. It went very well, and all the details of that can be found on our Twitter at Aquanee. And then I think the last question will be, how does Aquanee handle new users who want to learn about blockchain? So yeah, I want to make it clear that Aquanee is open to all different types of users, whether you have a ton of experience in the blockchain space or you have zero experience. We welcome everyone. You'll kind of find that joining Aquanee is very easy to get started. Once you own the NFTs, so you can kind of learn how to play the game pretty easily. It's as you start to progress that things get more challenging. So we definitely have kind of learning mechanisms in place in the game, and make the kind of joining of the game pretty simple so that everyone who kind of wants to join the game, regardless of their experience in the blockchain, is able to join.
That's amazing. I think we have finished questions from both Telegram and YouTube live chat.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time, and it's really amazing. Guys, do not forget to do your KYC on Tokensoft to participate in Aquanee IDO, which is on April 13th. You can also email to Tokensoft if your KYC is not processed. And anything more would you like to share, Joe?
No, I think that's all. So thank you so much. So just really want to emphasize, please do your KYC on Tokensoft so you can participate in our IDO. We're super excited and hope you all are as well.
Awesome. Also, guys, do not forget to join Telegram chat of Aquanee and follow their on Twitter handle. And this is going to be a very interesting project. Yes. And Joe, we are really very honored to have you here. And best of luck for your IDO and best of luck for your team project, everyone.
Thank you so much.